Morning everyone, and welcome to my latest video here on Simply Beautiful with Emma. I'm going to say this first because every time I do a video and post it, I kick myself because I forget to say it. If you haven't subscribed already to this channel, if you just press the subscribe button down below, I know that I'm doing something that you guys want to see, and the more subscribers I get, the more content I know that it's worth me putting out there. So if you haven't already, press the subscribe button down below, and you can give this video a thumbs up as well if it's a video that you like, if you want to see more of. And there is a comments box, because some of you I know are quite new to YouTube because you've come to watch me and you're not YouTubers as such. Excuse me. Then you can leave a comment down below to say what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, what you'd like to see more of. Okay, so that's the housekeeping bit done. Today's video is something I get asked about a lot. Obviously, I use professional products in the salon. I use a range called Eve Taylor, which is a fabulous salon-only British brand. Eve, I believe, is in her 80s now. She was an absolute trailblazer in skincare and harnessing the powers of aromatherapy and using them to create incredibly effective skin products. That's what I use in the salon, amongst some other bits and pieces, and that's what I advise on in the salon. But lots of people ask me what in the high street is good. And a lot of people say to me, after me nagging them, oh, I don't moisturise, I don't cleanse, it's too much money, it's too much fuss, I don't know where to start. So today I am showing you a beginner's, a sort of dipping your toe in the ocean skincare regime. Everything you're going to see today came in at total under £12. Now everything was on half price at Superdrug, but this brand that I'm going to show you is usually on a deal somewhere, okay? So I'm going to be talking today about Simple, okay? So Simple as a brand, when you are spending a lower amount of money on skincare, it's more important to me what they leave out than what they put in. Because some very cheap, I'm going to use the word cheap, some very cheap products have some nasties in there, sort of some products in there to fill the bottle that aren't really going to be doing you a massive amount of good. With Simple, it's all about what they leave out. So there aren't any irritants, there aren't any harsh chemicals, there aren't any perfumes or any colours. And sometimes cheap products smell lovely because they are full of perfume, which can irritate the skin. I've volunteered over the years for Look Good Feel Better, which is a charity that helps people with the visible signs of the treatment for cancer. And we recommend Simple, and it's the only product that is put into the people's goodie bags, those going through the treatments for cancer, because it is so gentle, okay? So what are the absolute bare essentials that as a professional I can just about survive you having in the cupboard? So I will never ever apologise for it, but I will always preach the double cleanse. And I know what some of you are thinking, what has she got in her hand? She has wipes. She hates wipes. I don't like wipes as an answer for everything. I don't like wipes to be your entire cleansing regime. I don't like some very cheap wipes because they're all about perfume and again, and alcohol, things that can strip and leave the skin exposed to irritation. Simple are very clean makeup wipes. These are going to be what you're going to take your makeup off with. If you're wearing waterproof mascara, things like that, even if you are a lazy skin girl, I'm afraid you're going to have to get something separate for that. And I'll talk about that in my more advanced skincare regime, which will be the next video. So, Simple wipes. This will be your first step at night. Okay, so you don't need to use these every day, night and day, but at night you're going to use your wipe to take your makeup off with. I'm only allowing you wipes because if you're someone that's never used skincare before, I think if I start talking about 2 cleanses that are done with hands or flannels or hot cloths, I think it's going to be too much too soon. So that's going to be your first cleanse. There's 25 wipes in there, best part of a month. And they are very, very reasonable. So I'd rather you use these than didn't double cleanse, okay? So that's taken off your makeup, that's taken off the grease and the grime and the pollutants from the day. So that's wiped the crumbs from the table. That's the analogy that I use. We're then going to actually clean the skin and we're going to use for that, I'll tuck my hair behind my ear and it's never flattering. We're going to use the Simple Age Resisting Face Wash. Now, depending what age of person's watching this video, I have sort of aimed at my sort of core customers that come into my salon. So a lot of my customers are 40 plus, right up through the age bracket. So I would say go for the age resisting facial wash, incredibly gentle on the skin, but effective. There are some good ingredients in there. There won't be masses because you're not paying a fortune for this product, but there are extracts in there that I'm happy to see. Green tea, Ota Beta, glucone, chamomile, provitamin B5, vitamin E. Again, it will be there in small amounts, but when we're looking at this beginning step, I'd rather you use this than a cheap product that smelt lovely, okay, because it can be too harsh. So we're going to cleanse our skin, we're going to remove the crumbs with the wipes, we're then going to wash our face morning and night. You can use it in the shower, you can have it on the sink by the side of you. Make sure you rinse well. I do recommend using a hot cloth or a flannel, but again, if you're a simple facial starter, we're just going to make sure we splash this off with plenty of water, okay? So morning and night. The skin is now cleansed, the table is completely clean, and then we can start putting some goodness back into the skin. We can start polishing our lovely wooden table. So morning and night, we're going to use this simple eye product. They do have 2 or 3 products in the range, but I've gone for the one that I think has multi-benefits and is the most straightforward. So this one claims to wind down and relax, reduce puffiness, soothes and nurtures. Again, you've got 2 vitamins in there that I'm happy to see. You've got vitamin B5 and vitamin E. You've got jojoba oil, shea butter and bisobolol. Bisobolol, if any of you watched my ingredients video, is a really soothing ingredient. So this is going to make the eyes feel nice and soothed. It's going to reduce puffiness, and we're going to use that night and day. We are going to take the tiniest amount, the size of a grain of rice, between our 2 ring fingers because they're our weakest finger, and we're going to pat it around the orbital bone, okay? We're not going to take it up to the lashes or down to the lashes. The skin around the eye is incredibly delicate, can very easily get overloaded, and it will draw in, it's got a capillary action, it will draw in the nourishment it needs. So we're just going to pat it all the way around the eye and leave it to absorb. So that's going to be morning and night, okay? We've then got 2 moisturisers. So I'm not going to talk about serums. That's going to be in my next video for people who want to take the next step. But we have a separate day and a separate night cream. One of the questions I get asked the most is, why do you have to have a separate day cream and a separate night cream? One of the basic reasons is because we like to recommend everybody uses sun protection during the day, and sun protection is not an ingredient you need on your skin at night, and even the kindest sun protection factor is an excessive ingredient you don't want on your skin at night. Also, I, for example, use a moisturiser during the day to balance out the oil in my skin, to stop my skin going shiny, to hydrate the drier areas. At night, when I'm not trying to make my makeup look as flawless as possible, I want as much moisture and nourishment and hydration on my skin as possible. So I will use a richer cream at night than I do during the day. The night times when our skin does naturally regenerate, which is why sometimes shift workers, people who've been poorly and aren't sleeping, it really shows in their skin because their skin's not going through that repair cycle. So we have a day and a night cream. So the day cream has an SPF 15. There is one in the range that is slightly higher SPF than that. Again, I think in an ideal world, everybody would be wearing 30 plus, but I know that does put some people off. If they're looking at skin products, they worry that they're going to stay pasty all year. So I would rather people use a good SPF 15 all day. This has spectrum protection, so against the UV rays, the UVA and UVB rays, and the infrared rays, which I think infrared, I'm getting myself confused, but these are the damaging rays from the sun. And you've got soothing nutrients and ingredients in there as well. So you've got a nice, and what I like as well, it's in a pump, okay? 1 pump. You don't waste product. And also, this is a vacuum pump, so there's no air going back in there. So it's not going to turn, it's not going to split, it's not going to get any bacteria in there. Because Simple doesn't use a lot of chemicals and doesn't use any preservatives as such, you need to keep the product airtight. And then we have the night cream. Okay, I can already feel it's a slightly denser cream, so it's going to be a bit more nourishing for at night. So there you have the age-resisting night cream. That is a really good basic regime. And if that is as far as you ever get with your skincare, and you're not looking after your skin now, I would be a happy person. I would be a happy vlogger. I would be a happy therapist. What happens then ordinarily is people start with a simple regime. They see results, they feel results, and then they ask me, what can I do now? How can I get more results? And that's when people then are open to adding in masks and serums and all the other bits and pieces that go along with a great skincare regime. So this regime here is great if you're on a budget, if you are very new to looking after your skin. There are other products in the range from Simple that are great for young skins. So you have young people that find kind of a lot of these acne fighting ingredients are too harsh, then the Simple ingredients are really nice as well. So, you know, full disclaimer, I'm not sponsored by Simple, don't get anything out of recommending them. But the bottom line is, when you are paying a low price for skincare, which I believe most people would agree Simple is, nothing seems to be much over £5, and all of this was half price. It's about what they leave out as much as what they put in. So good luck if you're starting out. I will list the products down below. Simple is something you can start with confidence, and I believe that if you do something 21 times, it becomes a habit. So if you're double cleansing for 3 weeks, it will become a habit and you'll see the results in your skin. So I am going to be back in the next couple of days with a more advanced regime using another high street brand. I'm also going to be doing a video about subscription boxes, which some of you who've come to me and aren't too familiar with YouTube, this is something a lot of people talk about. These boxes where you can pay 10, 15, 20 pounds a month and you get a mystery box of skincare and makeup. So I've ordered a couple of boxes from a couple of brands and I'm going to be comparing them and seeing what I think of them. And what else am I going to look into? Oh, I am looking at a high street brand of skincare and I've been using it on my skin and I'm going to see it through to the end of the pot and then I'm going to report back to you on what I think of it. So lots more coming up. Great to see you all. Please subscribe below if you haven't done so already and I'll see you next time. Bye.